Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of your Fredcast. My name's Gary, and here I am once again. So, let me ask you a pretty straightforward question. Have you been looking for a job, or you're looking at this very moment for a job? If your answer is no, you're welcome just to stick around, and listen to today's conversation. But if the answer is yes, well, I would say this episode is was shaped for you, was tailor shaped for you, because that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. The search for work these days in 2025. Okay, so if you're looking for a job, you're in the right place. And I mean, if you're looking for a job, you're in the right place. If you're looking for a job and you're looking forward to improving your English skills via spontaneous conversation and listening to interesting and again spontaneous talk in English, well, that's not the right place for you. That's the perfect place for you, my friend. You wouldn't want to be, if I were you, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. So stick around, as I said, go grab a cup of coffee, tea, beer, whatever it takes for you to relax because it's Friday. And as I said, here I am once again, and we're going to check the qualities or the features, the characteristics that people searching for works, looking for a job, should have these days. So let's go, let's do it. Being 100% honest with you guys, I haven't been to many job interviews in my life, and the reason to that, don't start thinking that I am an heir. Okay, A-R-H, word H, spelling this word, the word heir, H-E-I-R. Okay, that is the son or daughter of a very, 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 very 10 times more very rich person. Okay, so it is basically what we call herdeiro in Portuguese. All right, so I'm not an heir. I come from a pretty poor family. Well, maybe not pretty poor, but poor enough. And the reason why I haven't been to many job interviews in my life, I mean, at least compared to what I hear from people, with the people who have been in at least 100 job interviews in their lives, or even more, some of them even more, 5 times more than that. The reason is simple and good and positive. The reason is that I haven't been jobless for so long, okay? And I don't want to try. I won't try to pull off any fake modesty here. It's because I'm a good worker, okay? Well, first of all, I got my language skills, which helps a lot, right? It increments any curriculum, okay? Any CV. I have a good looking in terms of dress, okay, all right. My showers, all right. I've been bathing correctly, so I don't smell. Especially when I'm looking for when I'm in a job interview. I communicate well, as I said. I'm committed. I look in the eye, and this is my nature. I was kind of born like that, I would say. I mean, of course, I learned a lot growing up, obviously, but I had this. That's my theory, at least. Maybe you disagree. People who know me can disagree. That's fine. But I believe that it is something like more natural to me, to find work, to find a job. All right. That's why I haven't been, as I said, jobless for so long. So putting it in a simple way, the few job interviews I've been to in my life, I've been approved in all of them. True story, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not lying, okay? So you may be wondering, hey, what is the secret? You may even ask me if we get to meet one of these days. You can ask me, and it's fair. Like, what is the secret? Why do I go to so many job interviews and no one calls me the other day? Okay, let me be even more candid, even more frank, honest, transparent with you guys. I've been in my current job, working for the company I work for in the past since 2014. Okay, so truth of the matter is the world changed a lot in the past in these years, these past 10 years. And of course, the market changed a lot, So I'm not sure if today I would be as successful as I was in my job interviews in the past. Okay. Um, but again, leaving aside any trace of fake modesty, I believe I would. I'm not gonna quit my job and start looking for work. Um, but if I had to, I believe it would be relatively successful. Okay, I know job interviews being approved to shitty, forgive my French, job. It's no success to anybody, right? I know that. Of course, I'm not telling you that you should, you know, say yes to a dead end job. Dead end meaning career a job that offers no growth in the career, no career growth, right? That's what they call dead end job in English. So I'm not saying you should say yes to any job just to to go there and quote me, say the same thing I've just done. Of course not. I know there are pros and cons in every job. It's a much more delicate topic, but I'm here to share my personal point of view from that, sharing, adding my personal experience to that, and let's see what we can figure out. Of course, the extra help of my co-host here, ChatGPT, and I'll be adding a few considerations of my own. Okay, well, I'm gonna come with the first one, which my buddy ChatGPT would never, or at least is not able to come up with, is something that is even not so politically corrected to say. That is health. Well, you may be wondering, you may be asking yourself, what the heck's wrong with health? Why isn't it? Why is it so politically incorrect? Because I'm not talking specifically about health. I'm talking about obesity. All right. Well, I know some people age 40 to 50, jobless or stuck in a dead end job, and they say that they do many interviews. Their CV is okay, and to the people I am thinking about not right now, this is a fact. They're not lying because I know them. I know their CV. I know their skills, but they're not so young, okay, and they're obese. I don't mean to sound rude, but I'm not naming any names, so that's it. And then they just keep wondering, why don't the companies call me? What's wrong with them? My CV is okay, right? And having myself worked on the other end, in this company I've been working for the past 10 years, I also did some kind of a recruitment job, some recruitment work, okay? Posting on internet the job opportunity, getting CVs, calling people over, having them around for an interview, all that jazz. Okay, I've done that in the past years. So I can understand why these friends and acquaintances of mine that I mentioned have a really hard time looking for a job, finding a job. Right, looking for a job is easy. Finding a job, a good one, it's not so simple, especially today. Right. Well, I don't have you're never gonna have a confirmation. This is the problem. But if you're obese, I'm not saying if you're chubby. But of course you should do something about it anyways. But if you're chubby, that's not to you. I'm talking about someone really fat, really someone obese. Okay, with all due respect. Okay, I don't mean to just judge or go lose some weight. You lazy ass. Blah blah blah. No. I'm not gonna come up with this. Of course not. I know the circumstances may not have been favorable to you, to the person that is popping up in your mind right now. The truth of the matter is, if you're really fat and if you're not young, even if you're young, but especially if you're not so young, if you're in your late 40s, early 50s, or even older than that, any company will think twice, three times, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times before hiring you. Okay? Because the simple question will pop up in the interviewer's mind. What if this person with an amazing CV, looking like a very good person, very good worker, has a heart attack during work? And this is a question, ladies and gentlemen, that don't make no mistake, okay? This is not exaggeration. This is a fair question. This may happen, That's not me talking or the interviewer talking. This is statistics, okay? These statistics talk about it, okay? And if this happens, can you think of all the trouble a company may have? I'm not saying the company will be blamed for your heart attack, but they may be blamed somehow. Point number one, the less relevant. Second, all a turmoil will be installed because of you. Say you're doing a very important report and the client is waiting for it, your boss is waiting for it, and then you just have a heart attack in the middle of it. So who's gonna finish it up? Nobody's gonna say that because they don't want to risk sound well, inhumane. They don't want. Nobody wants to be seen as a monster. And of course, the most important thing at the moment will be saving your life, taking you to the hospital ASAP. Okay, that's it. But interviewer will think about it. Okay, so with all due respect, I don't want to make a longer this part than it is supposed to. But if you have an extra pound, don't wait until you get obese to start doing what I'm about to say. But if you are overweight, do something about it, man. I'm not gonna tell you how, where. It's up to you. I'm just gonna tell you that you're the only person who can do something about it. No one else can do it for you. Okay. And again, if you're in your late 40s or even 20s, 30s, whatever, and if you're obese, companies will think 1,000 times before hiring you. Okay. And if they do hire you, there is a considerable risk of something happening to you. Because your health is not okay. I'm sorry to say that, but it's not my opinion. This is a reality. This is a fact. Okay, there's no such thing as a healthy obese person. I know a lot of good-humored obese people. 100% of people in this condition. I know a lot of honest, hardworking, talented obese people. Almost 100% of people I know in this with this profit in this condition fit to this, but I know zero obese people healthy. Okay, that's it. That's a fact. Okay, so this is number one, and let's check what ChatGPT has got for us. So let's take a look at what ChatGPT has got for us. When I ask it, what are the top characteristics people applying for a job should have today? Well, characteristic number one, according to it, adaptability and resilience, ability to embrace change and to learn new skills quickly, comfort with uncertainty and evolving work environments. Well, I wouldn't say everybody needs to have this characteristic, but it is a very good characteristic indeed for any area of your life. Okay, the ability to change, to face the differences, to step out of your comfort zone every time it is necessary. It is certainly a very good characteristic to have, especially if you're looking for a job. Number two, digital and technological proficiency, familiarity with AI, artificial intelligence, automation, and digital tools relevant to the industry. Basic knowledge of data analytics and cybersecurity is increasingly valued. Wow, that's a fact. It doesn't take much commenting over it. Digital technology, digital and technology Proficiency is almost something obligatory these days. Number three, strong communication skills. Ability to communicate clearly in person, over email, and via digital platforms. Active listening and emotional intelligence for teamwork and collaboration. Well, I won't have to say much about it again because I've already done that in the first part when I was talking about my inclination to finding good jobs in my life over my life. So yeah, but yeah, communication is good. Everything well communicated saves your life. Number four, problem solving and critical thinking. Capacity to analyze complex situations and make sound decisions. Creativity in developing innovative solutions to challenges. Well, this is indispensable in any job. Okay, when you're up to come up with a good analyzing mindset, you will be cherished in any company. People will come after you. Your boss will think twice before firing you. If there's need to fire people in your company. Okay. So this is important. This is certainly one of the most important so far in GPT's list. 5, collaboration and teamwork. Ability to work in diverse teams with people from different backgrounds. Experience with remote collaboration tools like Slack, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, etc. Well, these are actually two different things in one, in my opinion. I would say that the first one is the ability to work with people different than you, which means everybody. Everybody's going to be different from you and somehow. But this ability is really, really, really good and indispensable. And if you have it, I wouldn't say indispensable, but I would say that if you have these skills, the tables will be always in your favor in the world of work, the word of your job, or finding it. Number 6, growth mindset and continuous learning. Willingness to upskill and reskill as industries evolve. Seeking professional development through courses, certifications, and self-learning. Oh, wow. What can I say about it? This is the core of everything, the core of every success in life. That is the ability to keep learning, to, or learn more, or learn about what you knew before but changed. That's what they say, reskill, right? Upskill is to learn more. Reskill is to change your concepts as necessary, because, as I said before, the industry has been changing a lot. The world's been changing a lot, and of course the market is doing the same. Number 7, professionalism and work ethic. Strong sense of responsibility, accountability, and time management. Reliability and dedication to delivering high quality work. Well, I would say, having my personal experience, which one I've already mentioned about, I would say that this is the lack of skill that scares off, that makes many people lose opportunities. Okay, because depending on what you do, depending on what you say during the interview, the interviewer will know. And let me just say that before, interviewer people are anything but stupid people. Meaning they are very, very, very sly. Okay, they're very cunning. They're very smart. They can read you. They're trained. In fact, they're trained to do so. They can look at you and say, "Hey, this person, this body language says a lot." Period. Not to mention your CV, of course. So, make no mistake. If you're not an ethical person, if you're not a professional person, this will be spotted during the interview, and you will lose opportunities. So, make sure to, of course, first of all, be an ethical person, an honest person, and of course, someone who is there to do their best. Okay, make sure I'm gonna do my best they're gonna see it, and they're gonna have the opportunity to deal with that. Because if you do your best and the company does not value you, it's time for you to leave that company. It's time for you to find another place to work. Okay, I know it sounds easy when I say that, but this is reality, man. It's not easy, but this is how it goes, basically. Number 8, personal branding and online presence. A strong LinkedIn profile and a well-crafted resume. Some industries value a professional portfolio or GitHub. Well, these items mentioned, these websites and places mentioned, and this characteristic in general is good for everybody because, as I said, interviewers are not dumb, so they're going to look for your online profile. They're gonna put your name there or your email and try to find your social medias and see who you are. Simple like that, right? But these specific tips are more for professionals of the area of the technology area. Okay, so maybe it's not exactly what you're looking for. If it is, suit yourself. These are the places. Number 9, emotional intelligence and leadership. Ability to make emotions and navigate workplace relationships effectively. Leadership potential, even in non-management roles. Well, emotional intelligence is something, as I said before, that is necessary anywhere, anytime. And of course, it is more than necessary at work. It is quite valued, quite cherished, right? And it is what gets things going at the end of the day. Believe me that. Believe me about it. You know, the word doesn't get stuck because there are millions of people with high emotional intelligence. Some of them train that emotional intelligence. Some of them were born like that. Okay, but that's it. That's the oil that lubrifies the gears of society and gets things going, basically. So, in leadership, no word necessary about it, right? Number 10, industry-specific skills. Tailoring expertise to the job role, marketing analytics, design, coding, finances. Of course, the obvious, right? Number 10 is the obvious. Make sure you have skills, or at least you know more or less what's going to be necessary, what kind of knowledge will be necessary in the work you're applying for. And make sure you get as sharpened as possible at the interview. And of course, don't forget to never try to lie, and never lie, even if you're successful at lying. What are you gonna do when you get hired? You know, of course they're gonna test you first, but if they don't, you're gonna go there and cause a tragedy or something similar to that, something close to that. So yeah, this is it. I really agree with ChatGPT. I made my extra observation at the beginning. Excuse me. I really hope no one gets offended to that. It's not a personal judgment. I am nobody to judge anyone, but it is a reality, and some truths must be said. Okay, so again, no offense, and thank you very much for your precious company. This is all for this episode. I see you in the next one.